Hey everyone, thanks for trying to learn to play games. My name is Lance, and in today's video I'm going to be unboxing this massive amount of stuff that just came in from Darkgate Games. This is their latest title that was crowdfunded a little while back and is going to be shipping out to backers very shortly here, which is the Order of the Vampire Hunters, Ancient Blood, and all of the expansion goodness with it. There is a ton of content here, and I'm going to be going through and unboxing all of this stuff to show you exactly what is headed your way if you are a backer and you backed all of this stuff. And you'll get to see all of the goodness with this, or if you're not a backer and this is something that you missed or are interested in, you'll also be able to grab a copy of this through Darkgate Games website, which I'll try to drop a link in the description below if you want to take a look at that and see if that's something that you'd be interested in as well. So other than that, as always, if you find my videos helpful, if you like what I do, please consider that like button and subscribe to my channel. It's one of the easiest ways you can support channels like mine so we continue to grow and build produce this content. If you want to get notified anytime I'm dropping new videos, as I'm constantly dropping new playthroughs, teaching videos, unboxing videos, crowdfunding videos, and many others, hit that notification bell and that'll let you know whenever I drop new stuff. Also, let me know in the comments down below if you want to see anything else around this one. I am probably looking at doing at least a playthrough, but let me know in the comments down below if there's anything else you want to see around this game and what your thoughts are on this as well, or if you're excited about it, or if you have any feedback on these unboxing videos. I'm still working my way through some of these, so let me know in the comments down below if there are certain things that I could do better or things that you would find more useful within these unboxing videos. I'm always open for conversation and loved hearing from you. So let's go ahead and head to the table and we'll see what's in the box. All right, so let's start by diving into the core box of Ancient Blood, the Order of Vampire Hunters. All right, so first off, I have all of the different tiles and tokens here. So with this one, I have, looks like the different doors and barricades, some of the different enemies, and all of the different vials, as well as wounds and whatnot. And coloring looks pretty good. And backside. And same thing, just another set of all those different tokens. And then we're into the different board tiles. So each one of these is double-sided, and some of them are interior locations like this one. And there's good detail here. I like the different things. This is all smashed up and ruined. And then we have outdoor locations as well. Looks pretty good. Another indoor location. All kinds of skeletons, an outdoor one. So all kinds of different types of outdoor locations, so that's nice. Good variety. Okay. Great coloring, good detail. Oh, like a temple kind of location. Could be a boss battle fight. We got the different perimeter with the center point. Very cool. Some woods. They're like country house, maybe. All kinds of crazy stuff going on there. Dirt. Some stone. Very nice. All right, so from there, then it goes into, there's some books here. So this, I believe, is the event book. So this will give me the breakdown of the different locations, houses, black market, inns, paths, and all that. So this will give you all the different events that are going to come up and all kinds of different things you're going to have to read and choices you're going to have to make. I don't want to show too much of that. And then the rule book is next. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at that. So with the rule book, this one is 40 pages. Gives a breakdown of all the different components you're going to get in here. So yeah, the storybook is going to be the next one we're going to look at, and then that was the event book. And we have all the different tiles and miniatures, cards. Nice, they give you a good breakdown of all the different cards, all the different player cards, enemy cards, elder card, tokens. I like that. And then they go into the setup, and finally how to play. So the how to play starts on page 12. makes its way through. Where do we end here? So some good examples, it looks like, as well. And then a breakdown of all the different stuff with that, enemy activations. So it goes through most of it. Some of this is probably examples in that, so otherwise it'll wrap up on page 39. Okay, and then we have the storybook that's next. So again, I'm not going to dive into this too much, so it gives you a breakdown of some of the rules you're going to face within that and how to use all that, and then it goes into the story, which again, I don't want to spoil too much. So let's go back into the box here, see what else we have. All right, so first off, we have all the miniatures. So there's tons of minis involved here. All the different elders and some of the different regular types of model minis you're going to be running into. And then there's also a set of custom dice with this one. Some good coloring to that. Looks like easy to distinguish the different iconography on there. Very nice. And some different color bars on there. You'll slap on the minis, and this is for the elder to keep track of the 4 different abilities and your the wounds that you can do to him on each one of those. If I remember correctly, it's been a little while, but I remember some of that. All right, so going back, then we have the clock. So the day clock and the night clock, and then also the different elders. And I'm not even going to try to pronounce these names. Those are some wild names there. But there's the 3 different elders, and they're double-sided cards, and the different characters, and then the elder board. So you'll have to punch out all those. And then you have that. So then we have the different hunters you can play as. We got Kurt, Gazelle, Ellie, and Odo. So those are the 4 different ones. I remember these guys, they were pretty cool. So we'll see how they go in the actual game. And then going back into the box here, there's one more tray. So this one has, again, there's more miniatures in there. We got some of the hunters. There's Odo. He's got that big old thrust hammer there, and that. Some of the different ones there. And then a whole collection of cards. So starting with the small ones here, we have some of those parchment cards you're going to get to build. You'll have to build the different components to build the weapons. And then here's the elder cards. So these are going to be numbered 4 all the way down to Roman numeral 1, and those will go on those 4 different spaces on the boards. You'll have to make your way through those based on the different difficulties that you're playing on, or where you encounter those elders within the story. All right, and then we have all the different other types of cards. I don't remember every one of these, so it looks like some of these are ability cards. You'd have to discard different things to activate those. And it looks like spawn cards, so the different enemies that are going to be generated as you go through things. And then these are, I believe, the different ability cards for the different hunters. So each one of the hunters will have their own set of these. Yep, there's the next one. And you'll match up some of these shapes with the other cards and paneling. So yeah, those are all of those, giving you plenty of different choices for the hunters. Then we have the combo attacks, it looks like, yep. So you'll have to pair up with a couple of hunters to pull that off, and some of the benefits you get for those were pretty cool, and there's a whole selection of them. Wow, nice. All right, and then the different locations and all the different effects for those will be on the back side. So we have the inn, the Emporium. Those are 2 locations, and there's tons of cards with those, so plenty of variety within those, so you can play through probably most, if not all, of the campaign without experiencing the same location. Churches are a little low, but other than that, the houses, you get tons of house cards. And path cards, look at all the path cards. Tons and tons of path cards. Yeah, so you'll probably be able to play through at least most of the campaign without running into multiple paths there. All right, and then we have some of the different enemies you're going to be running into that aren't the elders. So some of their bodyguards and some of the other vampires and minions and all that you're going to be having to face. Wow, those are really cool. And then the blacksmith, so another location, tons of blacksmith cards and black market cards. And again, each one of these will have different things you can go and trade and buy and all that. And then the final set of cards over here. So these are all the different, it looks like resource cards. So you have silver and different gunpowders and all that kind of stuff. Garlic, wood, wine, herbs, food, bullets, steaks, all kinds of cool stuff. And that's everything in the core box. From there, now we're going to jump into the Spike and Fangs box. This is the Kickstarter, all the stretch goals and all that we unlocked during the campaign. So a new story book and event book on the other side. And again, this will give you a whole nother story to explore, and then all the different events and things that are going to come up that you're going to run into. All right, so from there we got a whole collection of new models and some additional hunters that we can play as. Armand, look at those. Boris, that's pretty cool. Francisco, Sebastian, Sir Eldridge, very cool. And then I guess on the back side of each one of these is when, if you go down with that hero, they actually turn into a vampire. So you'll have the different artwork on that side for that, if you choose to play that. I remember that was an optional kind of thing. We have a new elder, so that's neat. He's a big brutish kind of guy. And then some additional cards. So these are some different ones. So different reward cards based on the maybe different rewards for beating those enemies and stuff. A couple new parchment cards to build some new stuff. Additional hunter ability cards. And then the elders cards. And again, each one of those will have the number of hit points and then the effects of it you'll have to carry out until you've eliminated that ability. All right, and then some of the new enemy types here. Again, all kinds of different vampires and minions that you'll have to challenge. These are some really great artwork on here. I love this stuff. It is so cool. Some more combo cards, so giving you even more options. A whole slew of new path cards, so you can add those in to your game, and a couple of new in cards as well. And then of course all of the new models, some really cool looking stuff here that you'll have to challenge. From there we have the second tray. If I can get the lid off here. There we go. And all of the bigger monsters. Look at that guy. He is awesome looking. Just gigantic. Great models. Some really interesting ones here. Some big ones. And I'll have, as you can see, some of the ones on the side here. Doing some nice rotations on those. Very cool. And that's everything in the stretch goal tray. From there, then let's get into the Unholy Cloister. This is a brand new expansion for it as well, a full expansion. So this will introduce a ton of new stuff. So we have a brand new storybook. So this is going to give you a whole nother story, Sand and Blood, that you're going to kind of go through and be able to explore, as well as a brand new event book. So all the different events for all the different locations you're going to be able to go to. And a whole collection of new heroes that you get to play as. So these guys look really cool. The different religious ones Anna, Carell, and Victor. Very neat. Got some new tiles as well, some new locations you can explore. Oh, that's awesome. Look at that. Very, very neat. New road, some new environments. Oh, wow. Some great color detail. Very nice. Lots of new indoor locations to explore. Some wine cellars and taverns and all that. And then from there, we got a new elder and a bunch of new cards and all that. There's our new vampire hunters. A whole collection of new cards. So a whole bunch of new in cards. So again, adding all kinds of new content to the game. New path cards, a whole slew of new path cards. So again, once you start combining some of these different games, you're going to have so many different cards, you won't ever experience the same one twice. Emporium cards, all new house cards, and some new combo cards. Awesome, very nice. Blacksmith cards, tons of blacksmith, tons of black market. Even got a whole new collection of church cards. And then we have a whole collection of new weapons to build, and the new elder cards, and all the new ability cards, or combo, or all those effect cards for the different types of heroes or vampire hunters. And that's everything in that expansion. And the final large box is Vlad. He gets his own box, and he is massive. This is a very cool expansion. So it's going to give you a whole new story to go along and explore the story of Vlad. And you get a couple new tiles as well. So he's got a new environment tile, a sarcophagus up there. Very cool. Looks like his laboratory. Ooh, a new street tile. And that, all right, and there is his beast that he's riding on, and there's Vlad himself. Brutal. Okay, so then new cards. So we got Vlad and his beast. So two different types of enemies you're going to be facing, and some brand new types of cards. So these are different equipment cards and relics and whatnot. I think you're going to be able to find. And new locations. So we have some new library cards, cathedral cards, castle cards. So these are brand new environments, and some new path cards as well to explore. And then finally, the models themselves. Oh man, look at the size of that. That is really cool. He is massive. Look at that. Some great detail on there. Absolutely stunning. Very cool. And his sword is bent a little bit here, but that's okay. I will have a video showing how to fix that, but basically you can use a hair dryer to heat this up, or just put it in, boil up some water and put it in a cup, and then dip that in there. And because of the manufacturing process, that'll actually just straighten right back out. It remembers its form, and I'll show you in that video. If you're interested in checking that out, I'll have that in a link down below once I get that up. But very, very easy to do, and that'll straighten that right up. But yeah, he just looks absolutely great. That is such a cool model. And then once I guess you're able to bring that creature down, then you have his form on foot, and that is really cool as well. And that is everything in the Vlad box. The Wolachanian expansion is going to come with a brand new elder that is going to pose a brand new challenge for you, as well as his two adepts that are going to defend him. You also get 20 brand new path cards, his cards that'll dictate what his actions are and how he works out. The storybook that's going to set the mood and tell you what's going on as you explore through this new environment to go and face him and see if you can bring him down, as well as the Adepts cards and a new card. I'm not sure what those are though. The Kirnanian expansion is going to come with a brand new Elder for you to challenge, as well as 2 Adepts that are going to guard him very closely. With him, you're going to have his Master card and his 4 different level decks that you're going to have to work your way through. You're also going to have the Adepts book or card, and 20 new path cards that you can be able to hopefully track him down. And then there's also, I believe this is kind of an event book or whatnot, so that as you make your way through, and it gives you some story and choices and all that to make as you dive into this particular expansion. The 3D token pack is going to come with 12 different 3D tokens, and there are 4 different styles as you can see here, and each one has some really nice detail to it that's going to add a little bit more depth to your game. The Order of Vampire Hunter upgrade pack is going to allow you to make your games cross-compatible. So you can take, if you have the Order of the Vampire Hunters, you can take all the material from that and play it in Ancient Blood. Or if you have that as well, you can take the stuff from Ancient Blood and play it in the Order of Vampire Hunters. So it makes both games cross-compatible, which is really cool. And there's a ton of stuff in here. You got a bunch of new path cards, all the new enemy types from both games, as well as all the other cards you're going to need to use all of the heroes from either game in either game, which is really neat. And you'll also have a rule book that outlines how to use all that. The Bardicus expansion comes with 3 brand new models, and I remember these guys from the demo. These guys are brutal and very nasty, and each one specializes in different things. For example, with the top guy here with the big old hammer, he is very tough to bring down and great at melee combat, where some of the other 2 are going to focus more on ranged attacks, and the other one just kind of gets in there and helps out. Then you're going to also have 6 brand new path cards to potentially introduce and run into these guys throughout your game. The Landorfo expansion comes with a brand new miniature that represent him and his card that is going to outline all of the different rules on there, and he looks like he is a nasty customer, not one that I'd want to run into. You're also going to get 6 path cards, so you can shuffle those into your path deck, and he can pop up throughout the game as you adventure. Well, I hope you found the video helpful and are excited if this is something that is headed your way, and if not, something that you might want to pick up. As always, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you later.